The witch!
Don't click the wrong button.
I haven't. My buttons have been clicked wrong. Hello, everybody. Welcome to A Critically Average Adventure, and welcome to this relieved bunch of fellows who have escaped certain death from a demon-infested puzzle box and are now cruising on the boat known as Le Bapon. It's a clear day in Frohas. So clear that where the ice plains meet the bank of cloud on the horizon, you can tell very little difference. The only time that you realize that you are in the deepest blue is when you look up above that bank and the sun glints down upon you and the boat as it cruises through the skies, powered by a insatiably hungry tree. At the wheel, Drow Foxbridge steers it majestically through the skies, peering into some of the middle distance, that horizon drawing the eye forward, and she sails her vessel towards Kakanzax. Although I say her vessel, well, the group of you have rested some time and sat below deck, drinking the tea that is Jaralab Sharon, your paladin, who you abandoned, or rather forgot to take with you.
Abandoned is a harsh word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
It
we didn't
wasn't
plan the whole
intentional.
thing.
I like how the excuse is coming out now. Is below deck with you, sat round one of the tables in La Bapon, and they have their head in their hands. They are surrounded by about 8 empty cups of tea, and Bisson is boiling the kettle for the next round. And you have with you your new friend or compatriot, Ray Enshapar. You also have the dragonborn known as Faith. No, wait. Faith, yeah. Yeah, as Faye. And you have completely baffled this -1 intelligence paladin by trying to explain time differentials and dimensional planes. The only thing that she seems very concerned about is the mention of demons. This has not pleased her, that you have an artifact seemingly containing demons in your possession aboard this ship. And that's where we come in with her rubbing temples. So this box, what you're telling me is this box contains not one demon, but two demons. 2 demons in
Probably.
one box.
We only know of 2 demons.
I'm screaming, for God's sake.
Sorry.
I'm not trying to scream. I'm just trying to get this straight in my head.
We didn't know we were carrying around a prison.
Oh,
Now we do.
That part.
Now we know to take probably a little bit more care of it, but it does seem to be pretty secure.
But you spoke of it leaking inside.
Yeah.
And turning this one into a lump and mess. Is that right, Felana? Yes.
Well,
it wasn't always like that. Not when the master used to walk through. The master used to come often. Very often through the corridors, in and out every couple of hours, it seemed like. You said time travels differently there. So I'm not sure how often he actually came.
I
What?
do have one question.
Who
What
you-
year is it? Just the
Uh,
group. What year is it?
I do not have a year scale in this, I'm afraid. So there is a.
Just trying to figure out how long I've been missing for.
You reckon it was
Roundabout.
about 100 years, we said, didn't we?
Okay.
Going by the generational expanse of the
Difference, yeah.
Sletnies and who was in charge of in charge of Kakanzaks then versus the heir now, yeah, we reckoned about 100 years.
And this one, the kid one, looks like you've seen a better day.
Just going through burnout.
It was rough.
Too much magic all at once.
Screaming, for bloody sake.
We're not screaming, love.
I think we could all do with some rest.
Well, we're set sail now, so Jural has the captain. Jural has the boat like heading to Kakanzaks. A bit goodbye to all of the folks at the thing, and the cart is loaded up and is looking pretty shapely.
Good. How long are we?
Nice.
How far are we out?
You've been traveling half a day by the ship.
So,
If the fair weather continues, we could be there in a day or two.
Right, so now we can ask what's wrong with me.
And ask what?
What's wrong with me? Like, these past couple of days, it's been worse and worse. First, the headaches are getting stronger. Like,
I can tell you what's wrong with you.
What?
I can tell you what's wrong with you.
Except for telling me that I'm fucking tired, I don't see what you can bring me right now.
You need to relax more. You're always so worried. You need to take more deep breaths. You need to just let it go sometimes. Don't worry so much. What
I
will
can't-
happen will happen.
I can't exactly let go of something that cannot go away.
Oh.
And these two, pointing to Arden and Roke, they don't worry enough for me to stop.
This guy here, and she gestures to Sir Van Arden. Look at his face. Have you seen how many lines he has gained on his forehead? This
Yeah,
guy
no.
does nothing but worry.
No, that's the thing. It looks like he's worried, but he doesn't know what's going on. His head is absolutely empty.
That is your opinion. You do not hold a high opinion of humans. I know this already.
You're fine.
I think you're worrying about the wrong things.
I worry
You should
about a
worry
lot of
about
things.
nearby things like where is the next cup of tea? Listen! And you need to worry about things like where is my supper coming from? Where is the next time we're going to get off this boat? When is the next time we are going to go and see a naked person? These kind of things are important.
I should already think of those things. That's the thing. That's the problem. I'm thinking of all of those at the same time because I don't have a choice, or either way, I'm going to focus too much on the pain. Oh my god, I'm shouting.
I am going to bed. See you in some hours.
I will have tea with Biston. You guys go away. I will try and what do you call it when they come?
Decompression.
This is the one, that. And figure out what the heck happened and what we should do by the box. And you,
Obviously, give it to Sletnies. I mean, it's the birthright.
Well,
okay, I've not met these guys.
we need to speak to Jess.
Yeah, that.
Question.
Yes.
I'm thinking me and maybe Ray have the same question.
Who is Jess?
This is the one.
Who is yes?
Jess is the heir to the Sletney lordship.
Okay.
Sweet child. Very nice.
Just a child, but may have a few more answers.
Well,
She's
Ray,
quite cunning. I like her.
Ray, from my understanding of what little you told me while we've been round this table, and my head has been spinning round, I think you don't mention, because you don't now have a box in your possession,
Didn't happen.
I'm thinking this might be a good ploy. And
Mm.
I know nothing about the weird box.
You know something about the weird box. You're suspicious.
Rook, what, if anything, whilst Arden was conducting his ceremony inside the box, have you shared of your experiences with the group here? Of the voice that was not necessarily goading, but maybe toying a little bit with you or talking to you?
I
Oh.
excuse me. Rook isn't saying anything about the voices in his head because he just assumes that everyone has one.
Is he not surprised that this one's only recently come to be, though?
Nope. He's taken that many
They
blows
just
to
come
the
and
head.
go.
Yeah.
They swap shifts. You
It's
take
like-
you take this
It's like
century,
hot
we'll take
desking
the
in
next
Rook's
one.
head.
Yeah, it's like, Tag, you're going to talk to him now. And he just thinks that there's different people in his head that everyone has. Like
I mean,
his,
to be fair, for the number of time that someone had controlled Rook and given
yeah,
orders and everything, like there could be multiple voices.
yeah. Rook kind of thinks that it's sort of like a inside out kind of jobby. There's like different people in his brain, just one
That
takes
take the
over, then another
controls.
one comes in, and another one comes in.
Yeah. Punchy, 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 punchy,
And
smatty.
it's mainly the big red angry one that's at the forefront.
Yeah. Okay.
I like Rook.
Everybody likes Rook.
He's a favorite of a lot of my friends, to be honest.
Big shout out to the Rook fans out there.
Love you all.
I mean, Rook and Ishara are at the same place. Then there is Arden, and then there is myself.
And Ray yet to be judged.
Yeah, yet.
Um,
People were intrigued.
deep within the warm belly of the Labapon, you rest quietly, sleep deeply, and try and rid your heads of the things that you saw, especially you, Sir Van Arden, who put their head into the abyss for the total of a couple of seconds.
The detect magic at portals, see demon
Yeah,
thing.
the list of things that Arden has seen is getting longer.
Yeah.
After
And
touching
Ray,
and
you
holding
saw
that
the
crystal.
doorway, and I mean, even that was pants
little.
filling for a start. I
He
mean,
put his head in it. That was a terrible idea.
yeah, that was a brave move. Yeah.
A quote from the Aragorn movie comes to mind: "Bravery's too hot, stupid."
We just never learn. We just never learn, really.
You sleep
didn't-
reasonably well. Let's have a
What options did we
constitution.
have at the time?
Let's have some con checks from everybody, and whoever gets the highest wakes up first.
Oof.
Hopefully that should be the barbarian, right?
Yeah.
You would think, wouldn't you?
It's a
You
con
would
check,
think.
It's con
Check.
check with Maria.
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's tracks for me. Like I got a 7. Y'all is absolutely smashed. She's not even sleeping in her bed. Like she's sleeping like in the lower deck because there's actually no light in
I
there.
I think I
21.
wake up first. 23.
You also
no,
did,
you
did a
did
dex
that.
check.
You also, yeah, I was about to say, you also did a dex check, not a con check.
I
Did
did.
I?
Yeah. You silly goose.
Yes, Shadow Ghost.
Still got a natural
22?
20. Christ.
Yeah. Oh
Oh
yeah.
fuck. Ah,
Oh yeah. So who's up for? Let me get. I'm trying to get the. You know what? I haven't even got the campaign up to have a look at who's rolling what. Where's my campaign? There we are. Right. What's happening?
Somebody, yeah, you are.
Absolutely terrible.
Shocking behaviour.
Absolutely despicable.
Rook, what have you rolled?
I got 21.
21. So Ray's up first. By that, I think. Is that
Makes
right?
sense.
Yeah. Ray, you're up first. What do you do on Les Babons?
Is there anyone else awake?
There'll be the helmsperson, you assume, and maybe a lookout. But you
I
are below
asked
deck.
I look for the helmsperson because I need spare parts. Because I need parts to build something. Because they broke my last lot.
Okay. You climb up. The addition of the moving tree in the middle of the deck is vastly different to the last time that you were here. Also, the fact that it's a flying ship is odd.
After I find the spare parts, I'm going to try and find the engine.
And you make your way up onto the deck, and at the helm, you see a woman dressed in an insane amount of corsetry, has a large, broad face and a flat nose, ruddy-faced, and kind of has a dreamlike look upon their face as they stare into the distance. And this, you presume, is Dural. The ones that Ijara has mentioned, the captain of the ship. They have that captainly air about them. There is an air of familiarity that you get from them. So also, like kind of like one of those moments where you're like, you need second double take at someone. You're like, know you?
Okay. I walk up to them and I say hello and I introduce myself as Ray.
Ray.
Hello. I know.
Verse.
I think I know you from somewhere. I
Do
can't quite
you?
remember.
Do you indeed? And how far have you travelled? All the way from Gargamel, I don't dare suspect by your bearing.
Yes. Is there a ship? Is there like a ship's repair? What are they called? Like a mechanic.
Someone who looks after the ship, that'll be probably our gull. Looks after most of the repairs and things.
Argon.
No, our gull. So his name is Gull.
1 second. I'm adding into the list.
Mm-hmm. He will be probably, he's up in the mast in the crow's nest there. Watching out for me. He's a funny old bird.
Do you know me from somewhere?
She's going to roll. I can't say I can place you.
Would have been about 100 years ago. Roundabouts.
I can't
Trying to
say I
find
can
something.
place you at all.
Well, I'm easy to remember, so it mustn't be anything. Mast.
Yeah, that's where you'll find gold.
He sticks out his hand and shakes it. Nice to meet you.
Ah, good to meet you too. A friend of Niala's, they say. Did you
Niala's.
know
Yeah.
Ijara before coming here? Not that,
No.
you know, all elves know each other, but
No, we met Rook first.
ah, nice.
That's
Good.
guy.
Yes, I believe he's a good
Don't
soul. Has a habit of talking to himself.
Saved me from a plant. Bit embarrassing being an elf.
You can imagine so. You're supposed to be good with horticulture.
And he has like a tool belt around his waist with like hammers, and he goes, "Never been good with wood."
I'd say I've had that trouble myself.
Anyway, go.
Anyway, if you want to see him, he'll be up on the mast there. Looks
Thanks
like
for
a
your
fair
help.
weather day again today.
I go try and find gold.
You climb up the mast and the rigging. There's a light wind that blows through your garments. The chill here is, as you remember it, really from being in, being on Frohast before. Most unlike the kind of temperate forests that you are used to, and so you shiver slightly, and the hairs on the back of your neck stand up slightly. And you reach the mast and kind of come across this individual. They have a long pink neck and the head of basically a vulture. They are hunched over, and they kind of have arms rested upon the edge of the deck, looking kind of around themselves. The head can turn quite disturbingly round quite a long way, and they kind of turn around and glance at you, say, good morning. Welcome to
Morning.
Liverpool. And they kind of shuffle
Nice
them,
being there.
kind of every now and then do this little and kind of fluff the wings up.
Apparently, you're the person to go to when it comes to mechanic means.
Well, I wouldn't call me a mechanic, but I can repair the boats.
Well, I'm a little behind.
Being a first mate aboard a boat can give you many jobs.
So I have an old-fashioned mindset. I'm learning.
Okay.
I don't know if we have enough time to go through all the questions. I basically asked him like how the ship works and if he has a workshop somewhere, and if I could borrow it.
Most of the things we have here are very simple. The ship is not really a mechanical marvel, more of an organic one.
Organic.
The big tree, and he kind of points to the mainmast.
Big tree. Big tree steers or big tree powers?
The tree is the engine.
Marvelous. Okay. Is there anywhere where I can set up a miniature workshop?
There's room in the bottom deck normally. We're not carrying much right now. We did our last drop in Kakan's. Where did they do their last drop? Hold on. Kakanzax. And they are, and so we headed to Merion as soon as we heard Lady Niala's call. As quick as we could.
Thank you, lovely to meet you.
Oh, likewise, you are?
Rayla. Ray and Shiva.
Ray and Shapar of the Gargamelian forests. Flew there a few times, yes. Very nice. Leafy, shady.
Yeah. Nice. Great place.
Oh, yeah, I've heard. Although hospitality you don't mind my saying so,
Speak openly.
your manner is not typical of an Enchipar.
No.
Doesn't life have a funny way of being
Why
wonderful?
do you think I'm here?
I see your point.
He jumps off the crow's nest.
Good day
Just-
to you. Ray.
Nah. Whee!
Okay.
To
Rook,
avoid the question by basically just flipping backwards off it.
curious individual.
Everyone else probably hears a sincere amount of banging.
Yeah. You try and head towards the bottom deck, are you?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a place to build the Iron Defender for my subclass
Mm-hmm.
because I need bits to make it.
Yeah. It'd be Rook up next. What does? Was that the rolls? Yeah, Rook was up next. I think yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
Rook.
he was
What do you
one
do?
less than me.
How's your boy look from the right?
Rook will wake up. Probably should put on a little. No, I'm joking. He will wake up. He will go and kind of get some breakfast, just some porridge or something, and some tea. Because who doesn't love tea? And then he's kind of just going to sit at the front of the boat because we're in transit now, aren't we?
Yeah, traveling.
Yeah. So he's kind of just going to sit, kind of legs akimbo over the holy bit at the front.
The figurehead.
That's the badger. Didn't know the technical term. The figurehead. Gonna sit like legs akimbo. I'll just eat his porridge, drink his tea while we're taking the sights of the world.
It's super wonderful up here, Rook.
I mean, with the fur that long in the wind, it would look like a hair commercial.
Majestic.
It's as you eat your healthy porridge, you're getting that lifestyle now, Rick. You've changed, man.
I mean, it's younger.
So much so that when he's eating his porridge, he doesn't get it all in his fur. It's directly in the mouth. Changed man.
Well, that's what like what was it, a 30-year regression in your age, just no longer the shaky spoon in the mouth. Rook, as you're here, can you make me a perception check?
Oh God.
Please.
Yes. Oh, that's not good. Well, that's not bad. That's 15.
15. Right, so 15 affords you the ability to kind of glance down, which gives you kind of giddy feeling, being this far above the earth. But you see the plains below, and you can see, as you're traveling, every now and then you see kind of clusters of detritus. Where it hasn't snowed, you can see remnants of strange things. It's like you can see like dark wood against the snow. You can see broken, what looks like a trebuchet, which is a kind of catapult, medieval catapult. You can see, but it's broken and ruined. And you can see when you peer even closer, you can see like scattered weapons on the ground and in like little rows and little piles. It's like, I don't know, like a regimented army maybe has like just stopped existing.
Interesting.
And ahead you can see just off to your left, you can see the mass of the Einroot forest drawing near on the horizon. And just slightly nearer than that, you can see maybe just the beginning of Kakanza as you travel on this day. Like you can make out where it should be, and you can see the sort of like the more travelled roads going to and fro through the ice. Seven, Arden and Yala waking up simultaneously. Have also shared dreams before. Maybe this is something significant. We don't know. Maybe it's just luck of dice. You wake up together in different parts of the boat. Nyala, in the darkness of the lower bilge, as we're going to call it for now, in the darkness among storage crates, packing crates in pure darkness. No light reaches this space at all. The only thing that you can sort of see as your eyes come to is that starkly obvious different coloured patch of wood in the lower deck. And that's the first thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah. She's going to get... Her head is still pounding at this point. Like, she's not good. She's really not good. The first thing she's going to do is actually going to touch the wood and like just a gentle touch and say, no. Morning. Hope you had a good sleep. I didn't, as always. You know, I made another teacher. I think you would like her. She's really nice. Yeah, I know what you would say, that I should go check it out because like it's been a while, but yeah, no, I'll ask her. I'll ask her. It's just like I don't want to bother the others. They already have a lot on their plates. Just I'll be fine. Just let me lay down for another 10 minutes. They're fine without me. They don't need me at the moment. It's fine. I'm fine. And they're fine. She goes nodding off again.
Well, you drift back.
Yeah, she's just like, she's that bad. It's really bad.
You hear, as you're just about to close your eyes, a clattering, clunking noise. The deck door being thrown open. The smell of tea and cooking and Bisson laughing, going, yeah, you could have a couple of forks if you like, and then you hear the forks dropped down the hole, and Ray kind of comes after down into this space, carrying an armful of pieces of metal that he has been gifted by Bisson, and some nails and a hammer.
Get out.
Morning, Yala. Okay. What's that?
Listen.
Yeah, lady, what?
Can you bring me another blanket? That's the word, blanket.
Yeah. What?
Thanks. Thank you, Papa.
Thanks,
Mind your dad.
Bisson.
Ray, would you do? I'm just doing the captain's breakfast. Would you? He hands you a blanket.
I took her in.
Go to
Sorry.
tuck her up in the blanket.
Leave.
Super snug. Seven.
She's like a curator.
like a Seven.
I like Yala.
What happens with you?
So for some of that long rest, because you only need to spend so many hours at sleeping, and then the rest, whatever. I
only sleep
will
2.
have read the journal of Isambard at a slower pace, rather than before when we were just flicking through trying to find stuff of relevant information. I've kind of just stopped and I've just been reading.
Properly digesting it. Yes,
Yeah.
you will have over that time. You won't have to make any checks for this because you are doing your homework. You will have found that there is part of the creation of this process. Some of the blood of a Sletny was taken into the creation of this device, which we believe do you remember where it was made? Do you remember the forging of this thing? Do we have any information of that yet? Do we share that yet?
I don't think we do. We? I don't think so.
Well, does
We
this
just
say?
remember it was taken. It's been in the Slatney's.
Okay. So you will discover within this that there was some serious investment made within this. Promises made to powerful people.
Yeah.
The gnomes, known as Mott and Cott, who live under the mountains of Mott and Cott, in the range of the mountains called the Three Teeth, which consists of Mott, Cott, and Pauge. They
Made to the gnomes of Mott.
Mott, M-O-T, and Cott, C-O-T.
Okay.
That's obviously their abbreviated names. Gnome names are extensive, but for the common tongue, it's the easiest way to.
Of the Three Teeth
Mountain.
Three Teeth Mountains.
Yep.
And where are they?
They are on the easterly side of Gregden.
Okay.
And part of the deal was that Sletney blood would be involved to encode the magic within this to a member of the household. So a bloodline Sletney has a sworn duty within this to visit the box regularly. And that visit maintains the seals and wards of the box. Now, from what you can gather, is that rather than it being used, it's weird. Isambard's journal is kind of left unfinished, and there is not a journal for Bless. In fact, you don't remember seeing anything referencing Bless really within the place itself.
Well, he was the grandson, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Or great grandson.
Great grandson.
Great grandson.
Great grandson.
So I've got it written down here. Where is he? Isambard. Isambard. Where are my notes on Isambard? Isambard Sletney, great great grandfather. Was that to Jess? I've just got great great grandfather written down.
Yeah, let me find it. I will just double.
So if he's great great grandfather to Jess, it would be great 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 grandfather to Jess.
Yeah. So his great great grandfather to Deless. Sletney. So
great great grandfather to Deless. So the
So
great 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 grandfather
to Jess.
to Jess. Okay.
That's confusing.
Right. Well, I got my notes. Right.
Speaking of those, wasn't I meant to send you something, Pete?
Wait a minute, send me something possibly. He talks about his son, Gregor, in the book. So Gregor Sletney is Deless Sletney's father. And mentions his son growing up and he talks about the worry of handing on the mantle of the responsibility of this, but knows that his son Gregor is more of a less of an adventurer, less of a wag, and much more suited to the fineries that the current lifestyle or the developing lifestyle of the Sletneys is going to offer to them. Talks about him being into reading and literature and governance and stuff like that. The book describes that the visits must be made regularly and the hand must be put on the pad by a Sletney regularly.
And a hand must be put on the what?
There was the hand print inside the door, if you remember, on the door that let you into the various of the 4 rooms. When you were in the cube.
Yeah.
And you could probably make the assumption, having met Dles, that they might have been reminiscent of their duties.
Yeah.
In maintaining this, not taking it quite seriously as they seemed not to in any of their life, including their own blood.
Okay. So that makes it pretty clear what we have to do then. We have to go back, speak to Jess, and hope that she's willing to continue the mantle.
Mm-hmm. How does your day go aboard the boat? Is there anything else you guys would like to resolve for this boat while you're traveling?
Yeah.
The next few things on it.
Sorry?
Say again, Ray, we lost you there a bit. You glitched out.
The next few things I need a town for. Like, I need things of worth. I'm probably not going to find on a ship.
Okay.
You imagine that these might be able to be found within the walls of Kakanzax as you've been there. Although it was much of a gemstone when you were there before, not really as these folks are describing it with great walls and all that kind of stuff.
I need a gemstone.
Oh, sorry.
The next ingredient.
Okay. Nyala, what did you want to resolve while you're aboard the boat?
Several things. First thing first, Nyala's going to make herself new clothes with fabricate.
Okay. Yeah, you twist
There's
your
that.
clothes.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen like the Euro 4 dye mates, but that's basically Nyala's new style of clothing and the drawing dye mates, if you'll remember.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. And the next thing she's going to do quite immediately after is actually going to ask Rick to speak with her in private.
Mm-hmm. You find a quiet corner of the boat, maybe up where Rook is. Rook's been staring out at the horizon, watching the Einroot forest. Draw closer, excuse me. And yeah, you find him at the prow of the ship.
Rook.
Morning.
A word, if you will.
Yeah, what's on your mind, Sean?
Several things, but the main one would be what I saw back when we were married.
What did you see?
You and Nishala.
Me and what?
No, not in that way.
What about me and Bashar?
You and Ishara When I started to mention something, immediately reacted with the same reaction. And you two immediately after that try to divert our attention from that thing.
Well,
And that's not normal.
maybe we just knew that it was a common interest to not do that thing that we were
No,
talking about.
Brooke. You diverted my specific attention, or at least try to, from the subject. That is not normal.
Is it not?
It's not. And with everything going on, with people like trying to get to make you do things, get control of you, and you losing control,
I'm not losing control. I'm fine.
you are losing control.
Okay. Zen in control.
For the moment, but when you're fighting, you're not. You know that. I have my suspicions that you and Nishara have something going on with your heads. And whatever it is, I want to speak to it. I've already played my case with Jara, but she seems like as clueless as she is. You, on the other side, I know you're a little more smarter than that. I'm not saying you're a smart ass, because you're not. I am. But I'm saying that you are... No, you're not. I'm saying that you are smart enough to try to cuddle my attention on something that is wrong.
You know? You kind of
I swear to God, no,
come on.
no,
Yala.
you won't bite me like this.
Yala.
No,
If you give me your paws, I'll give you head scratches. Come on. How about a hug instead then?
you're insufferable.
Yala. I promise you this. If there's anything wrong, you will be the first to know.
I'm never the first to know. Arden is the first to know.
From this moment forward, if there's anything wrong with me, you will be the first to know.
Right. So you're not hearing voices.
No, there's no voices in my head.
Inside that.
Yeah, insight with a deception versus.
I mean, I could use my passive, but still. How
21.
much? Fuck you.
Language.
Yeah. Yala, he's convinced you for now.
Mm,
For now.
I promise you, Yana. If I ever start hearing anything, you will be the first to know. Okay?
mm. And I want to talk to them.
By all means. As soon as something pops into my head, you can talk to them somehow. We'll cross that
Right.
bridge when we come to it.
Maybe we could cross the bridge. Oh yeah, that one time in the cave. Mm.
No, though, it's a figure of speech.
I'm
Because-
trying. No. Now come on. Let's get this shit out of Arden just for fun.
You go ahead. I'm gonna stay here until we land.
Oh, and one thing. That mask. Can I study it?
What mask?
The lich thing.
I don't know what you're on about.
Please. Please, 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 please.
As soon as he
Go on.
finishes saying, I don't know what you're on about, he kind of drops down and kind of just hangs from the
the figurehead underneath.
figurehead. Just kind of just hangs there.
You mean?
Love you.
Rook, as you hang down off the figurehead, you've been noticing that, as you kind of travel through the air, every now and then you kind of like buff it into a cloud and it kind of clings onto the Le Bapon. There is a small piece of cloud that
Fuck's
clings onto
sake.
Le Bapon at the front, and you're hanging down and you're facing it, but it shapes itself into your face. So you're looking at a mirror image of your face looking back at you, but made out of cloud.
This is that fucking mop thing, isn't it?
Is Mop here? We've been looking for him.
Mop. Mop.
Up.
Oh.
Yeah, it's me. I thought I could fool myself. I thought I could be you. For a minute. Just for a little while. I'm just your head. I could do the rest of the body if you want as well.
No. It's fine, but just go and do it somewhere else. Don't bother Niala.
Niala?
Hey,
Is she
The
around?
cat.
that's
Yeah,
me.
she's... He kind of just like...
Yeah. Mop kind of apparates up through over the deck in a kind of cloud and then reforms on the deck and stands in front of you. It's basically like a fluffy cloud humanoid form, but with Rook's face at the moment.
I know it's tangible. It's so weird. She tries to get a feel of him.
You can kind of little scoop bits off, but they kind of like draw back to it.
Oh, that's weird. So you can take any shape.
I think so, yes.
Good, good. I have an idea. I want to mess with one of my friends a bit. So, you see the cat, the hairless cat, yeah?
The what, sorry?
The hairless cat.
No. Where's that?
Where is Godfrey, for fuck's sake? Godfrey!
Or do you shout that in cat?
Yeah.
You hear a languid meow from one corner of the deck behind a crate, and then another languid meow. Yes.
Can you come here for a second? Just a second.
Must we actually move?
Yes. You have to be seen.
Is it completely necessary?
Yes, because you are going to have a friend.
We are friends.
I know. Come out. It'd be fun.
From behind several crates on either side of the deck emerge the Godfreys.
Right. See those cats?
I do see those cats.
Can you
There
come
are a
to
lot
the...
of cats.
Yes, there is. It wasn't always like this, but, you know.
Where do
Can
cats
you?
come from?
From the same cat. It's just like, it's an accident with magic. They just, like, multiplied.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
where more of you come from?
No, that's just an accident.
You're an accident.
I mean, yes, but it's another topic. Anyway, you see those cats?
I do. Lots of them.
Can you take the appearance of one of them?
Yes. Where would you like me to put it?
No, I mean, like, shape, like, you know how you try to shape yourself like Rook down there?
Yes, watch.
Trust him.
It's Godfrey shape cloud.
That's perfect. Okay. Can you go down? And you're going to see a very grumpy man. He very much needs a hug, so can you hug him with that shape, please?
And they will like this.
Yes.
Of course. I suppose if that will make them have one of those things on the face where the teeth show.
A smile.
A smile.
Mm.
And he tries to do like a smile at Godfrey face.
No,
Cheshire
no,
cat.
no. Ugh.
I can just think of the Cheshire cat.
Yeah.
I'll have to send you a picture of what Godfrey looks like. Imagine, you know, those hairless cats that you get?
Yeah.
It's like that,
Yeah.
but with bigger ears, like massive ears.
Sounds adorable.
It is.
Um,
These two ate him.
yeah, they do. Sir Van Arden, where are you?
I have more questions now, but never mind.
Sir Van Arden, where are you? Oh, you're muted. Sorry, dude.
Sorry. I was below deck, swinging in a hammock, reading the Slatney's journal.
You probably hear quite a lot of bang.
Yeah. As the gentle the swaying of the boat happens, you're laying in reading the book, and just to your left suddenly levitates a cloud like Godfrey, and it kind of passes in front of your face to about like this far away, then drops onto your chest, and it feels like damp and cold, and it's kind of like just sprawled on you.
Hello, Mop.
You could tell it was me. I was being a cat. Smile.
Hello, Mo.
That's your what? Why you trying to be a cat?
Niala told me that I should do, and then come here and give you what is called a hug, because it will make you have what is called a smile. Smile!
I see. Right. Well, in that case, maybe there's something you can do for me to return the favor to Nyala.
Oh, of course.
Now, Nyala likes really cold showers.
She does?
Yes, she does. And nothing would make her smile more than if you gave her a cold shower.
I can do that. I'm a cloud.
Yes, you are.
Should I? How very cold?
As cold as you can be without being snow.
I can do that here. This is cold. This place is cold.
Wonderful. Well, don't let me
When
keep
should I
you.
do it?
As soon as possible.
Okay. I may have made you a little bit cold. I'm sorry. Do you like
It's
the
all right. I'm used to the cold.
Okay. I will go and find the Isla now. Mop drifts out. Ray.
Son of a bitch.
Ray, what are you trying to build?
I lock my door securely.
My Iron Defender.
There's no door. There is no door.
No door and no bubble.
I find a door to lock myself behind
The
securely.
only place you can lock yourself is down below with Ray and Shapar banging and clattering as you're trying to absorb this hefty, very wordy written text. There's a mad elf.
I'm going to go and hide by the tree.
Okay. Yeah, you put your body up against...
sit in an empty barrel that has been emptied, that was full of apples at one point.
Mm-hmm. Every now and then a branch comes over and probes to kind of check the barrel, and you have to bat it away as it's searching for more sustenance. Ray, you're trying to build your Iron Defender. There is not enough equipment to build it in this space, as you imagine. They're not equipped for building Iron Defenders this far above the ground. Doesn't seem like a good place to have an Iron Defender. Well, it could happen, but yeah,
Look,
it's not
it can
ideal.
take any shape I want, and with mechanics, it takes like a long rest. I just like the idea of him smashing away in the bottom of a ship trying to build this thing. Like, there's no actual like how can I put it? Mechanically, there's no cost.
Yeah. But you just like the RP of it. Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
like it.
I just like the RP of him just hitting things at the bottom of the ship, going, "I'm building something. It's gonna be amazing."
I imagine that maybe you've got some nails and you've managed to make like one kind of like some toes. You've basically managed to hammer out like the claws of the Iron Defender.
Did you ever watch the movie Nine? Like the
Yes.
little sack puppet thing. Do you know the
Yes.
cat monster?
Yes.
Basically that.
That's horrible, but wonderful.
But have you noticed most of his things look like animals but made out of twisted metal?
Yeah.
Because he lived around druids who could control animals. He's just jealous. Now he just makes mechanical animals.
Marilyn Manson album.
Ah.
You forged some stuff, serve an island in a barrel. Is there anything else anybody has any burning questions or stuff that they need to ask Drow, Gull, or anybody else aboard the ship? Mop?
Not that I can think of right now.
Nothing at the moment. Sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Yana, where are you? As the progress is on?
Being rained on.
Yeah, I think during the travel, she's going to try to get back to Arden, but it is that. It's just like the idea of them pranking each other in return.
Yeah, throughout the rest of the journey, Mop is completely oblivious to the favors that he is doing and various forms of dampness, surprises, jump scares, puddles of water, making you look like you've peed yourself, all these kind of things. Mop is completely willing to do this and is unaware of your systematic abuse of his good nature, it continues for quite some time, and eventually you arrive to the walls of Kakanzax. And Ray, it is quite a change. 100 or so years can really, really turn a place around. You remember it having a modest wall and fencing, wooden stakes sort of thing harvested from the ironroot forest. This thing has huge castellated walls that go around the entire circumference of the city. And as you soar over it, you can see great buildings, a set of towers, the color of amethyst. You see great buildings. You see a bustling market street. You see bathhouses. You see churches and temples, and even a nice sort of market, like I won't say market square, like a cobbled square with food vendors in. You see a sort of slightly more shanty type buildings in a circular fashion around what appears to be a deep well, and yeah, that's what you see as you fly over the city. And where are you going to try and berth this? Where are you going to park the boat, Maruk?
I reckon we'd probably try and put it down kind of just outside the city.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of walk in like the badasses we are, just like, we're back.
Oh yeah, the through the doors moment.
Yeah, through the doors moment. Yeah, like it's like the throw the hat, it misses everything, just hits someone in the face, be like, yeah.
Yeah, Mop gets it on his head and falls over.
Yeah.
Tumbles off to the side, falls off the walkway that leads up to the main gate. So you park down near where you where during the festival of Melora's Eye, there would be many pens and things set up for the animals to exist within, where you met Gilly and the old woman of his tribe. And you proceed inside the gates. The old Meister is there. Rook, you are immediately greeted with a furious handshake from the tiny Meister. Oh, Master Maruk! Oh, so fantastic to see you once again. What a wonderful... So good to see you. I didn't know if you would return. Most lovely to see you. How are you? Your hair.
Of course
Fantastic.
I'd return. Yes, I know. I've had a condition. What do you think?
You're welcome.
You're looking ever so well. A lot of you.
And yourself. You haven't aged a day since we left.
No, well, do you know what it is?
Go on, share it.
Somebody said visitors to the city told me I should wear more green.
Well, they are definitely correct. You look fantastic.
He's just like, beneath his Meister's robe, there's just a woolen knit thing that shows out, and it's this like a really, really beautiful kind of it's got like a dark wool beneath, but a light green on top in the weft of it. But because it's that combo of the two greens, it's like almost like fluorescent, but not.
Pops.
Yeah, it really pops. And he's just like, yes, well, I took their advice, and well, Master Maruk, it's working.
Yes, I can see it is. You look incredible.
Why, thank you.
Always a pleasure to see you.
And the rest of you, looking. Oh, his eyes fall upon Nyala. Apart from this one, anyway, I bid you adieu. Many more people coming in.
No.
Nice
Go
to
back
meet
on
you.
that.
What?
What did you sit on your champion?
You are our champion, but you look, pardon my phrasing,
Like shit.
yes, like you may have just dropped out of a creature's backside.
Cold
Maybe it's a
showers will do
case.
that to you.
What will do? Sorry?
Cold showers, they tend to do that to you. Right.
Shut up. Good for you.
Has anybody noticed that we left with two different individuals and we've
Yeah.
come back with two different individuals?
Yeah, well,
I'm just
the
waving.
Meister takes records, and you have
Yeah.
two new friends.
Oh yes. Where are our manners? Nice. So this is
We exchanged them.
and this is Iljara.
And
The
Faye still here?
He's
This is
young.
not.
Hold up.
holding on.
He storms up the stairs that lead up to his little spire, that kind of thing, and then he comes back down, and he has the most like beaten up old ledger in his arms, and he goes down to this. Yes, thought I remember reading about it. Ray and Shapar of Mar and Shapar. Yes, that's all. Just wanted to check. He runs back up the stairs.
What?
We've kept, and he comes back down and says, we've kept very good records since the beginning. There's always been a Meister here to take the records of the town, comings and goings and stuff.
And you've read all of them.
I don't have much of a social life. Well, I didn't until I started wearing green.
Right. Well. Yes. So.
Is Litiana in the city?
Litiana, yes, she has not left.
Could you perhaps send a message? I urgently need to talk to her.
Boy! A little guy in a little hat runs up. Yes, Master. Send word that the champion of Kakanzax has returned, along with her fellows, and 2 new friends, and they request an audience.
I do have a slight question.
Oh.
Is there a way I could send a message to Gilgamesh?
To Gargamel?
Yeah, Gargamel.
A specific person would be more easy. A broadcast message for the whole of Gargamel might be more complex, but Litiana is the one to speak to about this.
I mean, we have Ray. We have a wizard that can do that.
Yala,
Yes.
how's the magic going on?
It's
Could you
great.
send me a message?
Yeah, I can send you a message.
I'll talk about it later because we're busy right now.
Yes, exactly.
Come on, out of the entranceway. We've got more cards coming through.
Yes. Oh, how is the repair going in the sewers? Because I left precise instructions.
Well,
What did you do?
you'd best
Did
speak to
Malgon
Malgon.
do?
Sorry.
You'd best speak to Malgon.
Okay. Nothing has broke. Tell me nothing has broke again. Broke something.
Stop laughing, Beanie.
What did you broke?
Nothing is broken. The system seems to be working, but there is some reports.
Of
Goblin reports?
What?
Goblin reports?
How did you know?
Oh, for fuck's sake. I told you we should have killed them last time.
you're the one that stuck your hand down a hole and cast fireball.
I cast firebolt.
It's the same thing, isn't it? You throw fire out of your hands.
It's not the same thing, dummy. That's why you're not a magic initiate. If you can't use the difference between firebolt and fireball.
Can we have this
can
argument
you
later?
move along, please? Maruk,
Yes.
Rayla whispers into Van Arden's ear, Firebolt is smaller and Fireball is bigger.
just to give him the distinction.
Right. Can we have this conversation later? This is a conversation that I will need a fucking drink for.
Ah, yeah. Come on. Go.
Right.
Proceed through the gates. The Meister closes the outer gate. To close the outer gates, shuts you into the little mini courtyard in between, and then lets you further into the city of Kakanzax. It is a standard sort of market day, so it's not a festival day, but the streets are busy and the guards patrol the walls. Rook, you don't feel that sense of apprehension. The first time that you came here, you were being most secretive, trying to obscure your identity from the guards upon the walls, trying to make sure that you were not being seen. You think now that you realize that so much time has passed that very few of these guards would even recognize you for your apparent time differential from that you had not realized until you discovered more secrets about your past and your very nature, your very structure of your body. You make your way through past the lovely bathhouse which you visited and also saved from going out of business previously. Next on your right as you go along, Grellins. And yeah, so how does it feel being back, guys? What does it feel like?
So nice to be back.
It's
Oh,
so
good.
much happened here. So
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, the
A lot of
topics.
good, a lot of bad.
The little froggies and everything. Like when we were left, like we just had to scoop them up because they were just left and everything. They must have grown by now.
Yeah, it's been a few months since you've been away.
Yeah.
um,
Pardon.
yeah.
Now that we're back, no
Yes.
throwing cheese, eh?
No knife. Give me the knife. I don't trust you with a knife anymore.
You're not having my knife.
Thank you.
What is this business with?
Just
I don't even want to know.
So,
No.
so, basically,
No.
no,
No.
As you
No?
walk to
No.
no.
oh, okay.
No.
as you walk to the yak, I'm assuming that's where we're heading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that where you're going? You're heading to
Yeah,
see
let's head to the
cat
yak.
stop and retrieve?
It
Yeah.
makes sense to go to the yak. Yeah.
Rook regales the tale of as you proceed slightly uphill, describing how the hill attributed to a death and an escaped wheel of cheese,
Cheese-related incident.
cheese-related terrorism.
Cheese-related assassination. Um,
That's more specific, actually. Yeah.
He died 3 times.
Yeah.
3 fucking times.
Yeah.
Can I just say one thing? Every time you give me a recap, it is the most insane shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just wanted to
It's
say
gonna
that.
happen.
Utterly chaotic in the most beautiful way.
Oh
Like
yeah.
freaking wonderful. Just like
it was grasping at straws, okay? It was just go.
it's not the only time that that's happened, but it is one of the most memorable moments of just pure like stuff.
Chaos, yeah.
Pure
Um,
shit
And every
housery.
time
Dumb
something
fuckery.
like this happens, it's
Um,
because of Luke. Each and every time.
No, it's that
Not
every like you
Yes, it is.
give me another example.
The pool.
The what?
The
Pole.
pool.
The
Your
pole.
lovely greasy pole that you just
Oh, the
hide
pole.
somewhere.
Look, like that wasn't an event. That was
You
just a
are
thing of my
named
own.
the meme lord by all of my friends. Okay.
The door of the yak is shut, but inside you can hear the bustling bar. And who goes in first?
Hold on. Wait. This will be funny. A knock on the door.
Why?
Exactly. Who knocks on a bar door? It's hilarious.
A
Bang
guy
on the
The
door.
fuck
kinda
out of the
comes,
way.
a guy comes out the door, puts his head down, and is like, "Can I help you?"
Hello.
No.
Don't
Hello.
recognize him.
Yes. No, you don't recognize him.
Could you perhaps fetch oh dear owner?
Or just get out the way and we'll just walk in.
No.
What?
You want to speak to Trees?
Yes.
Just once.
Come on.
I really hate you guys sometimes.
That's the door. He goes back. You can hear like a stumble, a fall. Get up, you fool! Who is this idiot? Who gave him too much to drink? Ed! You know he's in the way with it. And then you hear a guy go, "There's someone outside for you." And then, why didn't they just come in? I do not understand. Look, I'm just doing all this. Will you go and take a seat? Get some water.
Hilarious.
Have some. Look,
It
Ed,
is.
will you get him some pie and gravy, please? Needs to sober up a little bit. And then there's a very frustrated. The door opens. Look, Ed, get him some food. Ed, get him some. For a moment, there's a look of surprise and excitement, and then it's back to Treese. Like, it's
Come on.
hello, welcome back. You're
Really?
looking,
Really,
you're
that's
looking- you're looking well. You're not, Niala.
it.
That's it. Come on.
What did you want? A fanfare?
And it wouldn't go amiss. We took down an entire undead army and a lich.
I just want a beer. These
Come
this
on
lot
in.
thought that it'd be hilarious to stand outside and knock, but I just wanted a beer.
Wait,
Come on in.
Trace, have you keeping track on heads on head?
The beer's for free. Come on, Rook. Come and say hello to him then. Behind the bar, you see regaling in conversation, like holding the most. He's working the bar, Nyala, proud mum moment, like an absolute star. He is pulling pints with his one arm and then sliding him along the bar, and then he's like serving food, and then he's like grabbing things here and there, and it is like an effortless motion. It's beauty in bartending, and he doesn't even notice you as he's just chatting away to all the bar staff and to the patrons at the bar, and like slapping on the back, telling jokes, laying his hand down. Yeah, no way, really? They're so good. Yeah, I remember that time. Yeah, whoever thought of it? Goblins in the bar, amazing. Dancing all night. Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, I don't really remember much. No, not many people remember much. So they came out of a black orb or something. Yeah, do you remember? Black orb. Yeah, you got black orbs, I bet, after your yeah. And he's just like laughing away with the patrons of the bar.
She's gonna lean beyond Arden and was like, and you said he was going to be useless. He is rocking it for me.
I
Ed!
never said he was going to be useless.
No,
I would
that was me.
taught that.
Sorry.
I never mind.
Ed,
Just a minute, I'm just serving this. But
look who's here.
Mum! Mum, you
Come
back!
here.
Oh, Mum! He like literally one hand on the bar, pushes himself over, knocks a dwarf off a stool, and runs to you and throws his arm around you.
Can I try and like catch the dwarf?
Oh boy.
And then you
What are
pick
you
up this
doing?
dwarf, and he's like, he's still holding his drink, but like his beard is full of foam. Like you kind of he's just tried to drink it all in one. You kind of tip him up, and like some of it spills back out of his beard into his cup. Say no to that. Brilliant.
Sorry about that.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Bugbear. Yeah, you got your arms round Ed.
I'm so good to see you.
He's
So
got
much
his, and he's got his arm around you.
Yeah, the one.
a tear ripped off.
Yeah.
So good to see you. How are you doing? Yeah, you like rocking this thing.
Yeah, turns out I'm a really good barman.
I can see that.
Looks really good, doesn't it?
My God, look at you. You're glowing.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, Trace really gave me a chance. Like, I didn't really ever think like that anyone would ever really give me a chance. So I was always, well, I think I took the wrong chances. Like, do you know what I mean? Like bad people and that. And then, like now I've got a good chance, and I've embraced the good chance, and the chance has turned into whatever this is.
Good barman would have a pint in my hand by now.
Oh, sorry, Master Murrock. Give me 2 seconds, Rook. Look, just two.
1, 2.
He leaps over the bar, back over the dwarf. This time, like hurdling the dwarf. The dwarf's like head's pushed into the pipe, and he's like there in a second. Here you are. Here.
Thank you.
See if you recognise the flavour.
Not bad, not bad.
We've aged the barrels. We soaked the wood.
Ooh. No,
We soaked it
go on.
in root brew.
Oh, I knew that there was a brain in there somewhere.
That was my idea. I had an idea.
And a bloody good idea it was as well. I just neck the entire pint.
Yeah, it's like drinking like a light daytime ale, like a blonde ale, but like it has that kind of weird mix of spice that you kind of created with oh, my brain's gone.
Lucas.
Lucas. Yeah.
So Lucas, and Lucas.
Yeah.
I'm so dang proud.
Trees.
I just needed a chance. Look.
If you don't mind,
Oh, yeah.
All of us.
all of you who are interested in Darvel's safety,
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
God, yeah, go on then.
Yep.
and these two,
They're cool.
Yeah,
Is that right?
they're cool. They're kosher.
Yeah, that's
We'll
fine.
do introductions somewhere private.
and you trust them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
far, yes.
Wholeheartedly.
Well, I've only known this guy a day.
Saved your life twice, though.
True.
Very true.
True.
Good.
Iljara. Well, we'll tell you more about Iljara later, but yeah, we've been through it. So yeah.
This might not be for their eyes then.
I don't mind waiting out here. I have
Fine.
ideas.
Is this about Darvel?
It is.
Can't stop.
Maybe I should
Oh.
take the first look.
Those and those you
Yeah.
trust, Van Arden.
So do I wait
Guys, do you
outside
just
or
want
I
to
go?
hold back here a second and I'll just come and get you in a
Always.
moment?
Take your time. It's fine. We can wait. You know what? Have the flask.
Yep, thank you. Yoink.
So you can have your moments. It's fine. Oh, and Arden,
Mm-hmm.
the towers. Don't think I forgot. Now shoot.
What?
The towers.
Oh, yes, those
Shit.
towers. Yes, yeah, yeah,
Come on.
yeah. Lead the way, Trace.
You proceed up the small, narrow stair to the upper floors of the inn known as the Yak's Tongue. You see that all the doors are open to every room. No doors are shut, apart from the very one on the end left is shut.
Trace, just what's the situation before I go in there?
I don't know. I've not seen this before. And I've seen a lot.
What do you mean?
I've travelled these lands many a times. And what Darvel has, I've not witnessed.
Has he changed?
He is different.
Is he lucid?
He's not done anything but scream for days.
Is he restrained?
He had to. I'm sorry.
No, you did the best thing in the safety of others. I've seen what's happened to people exposed to his condition. Right. Let's go and work a miracle.
Even with the warding, it only muffled the sound. I haven't had guests for a while. The last guest paid well. They stayed a night. But I think one of them was up and about in the night. I may have seen.
What did this guest look like?
Green. Goblin.
Right.
Simple clothes. Come. And she takes you to the end door on the left and opens it. And as she does, you can smell from the room like there's body sweat. You can see piles of sheets chucked to the floor. And the door opens in, and you can sense movement in the room. And as soon as you cross the threshold, a bellowing scream of torment reaches your ears, Arden. And you can hear thrashing and moving. It was muffled beforehand when you approached, but now it's this full guttural moaning, thrashing. And you turn the corner, and strapped to a bed that is bare of all covers and just drenched with sweat, Darvel, the ancient form of him, is tied to there. His thin, frail body, ribs exposed, nearly breaching the surface of his paper-thin skin, writhes with such force that you didn't know that this frail old man had it within him. His back is arching against the restraints upon the bed. What's the most awful thing is, you see that his right arm at the wrist no longer has a hand. It is stretched and elongated, and the fingers have merged together, and each of one of them is a long tentacle that reaches and thrashes round the room.
Trees, can you go and get Brooke for me, please?
It's not a good idea to be alone for too long with him. I shall be very quick. Trees runs. You're alone in the room with Darvel.
Darvel. It's Arden.
The
Can you
senses
hear me?
The voice, the breath slows.
We've returned. We were successful.
And the eyes fix on you. Oh, Arden. Oh, Arden. Thank goodness you're here. Well, they've kept me chained to the bed. Wouldn't let me go. They've been cruel, Arden. Cruel to me.
What's the last thing you remember?
I remember everything. Were you leaving?
What's the last thing you said to me before I left?
I'm an old man, Arden. I don't remember things like that.
Insight check.
Roll it. Your passive is high. No, he's bullshitting.
Hey, well, the passive 19, if I remember correctly.
They haven't been cruel. They haven't been unkind. They've been feeding him.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just trying to see whether this is even Darvel.
You think that you think he may have genuinely forgotten, but what you do think of is that the frail old man thing might be an act at this point. That's the lie.
Okay. I'm sorry it took us so long. We were delayed at parts, but they were necessary. But we found it. We found the flask.
Oh. Oh, you did.
Yes. I can use it now if you like.
I think I'd like to be untied, really.
It
So we can
isn't.
sit up to take it better.
It might be a difficult process. You've changed a bit. It might not be as simple as a standard healing potion. Might be a little bit more violent. For your safety and for others, I think it's probably best to keep the chains on until you are relieved.
You say as much. Rook, you return to the room with Trace. You step inside. You see Darvel and this botanical arm.
Okay.
Right.
I need you to hold it.
Okay.
Right. I take out the flask.
Right. Where's mine? My big glass. This is a big thing. Get the big glass.
Oh,
Big clunky metal glass.
I take out a vial.
Mm-hmm.
I pour a dose into the vial,
Mm-hmm.
and then I put away the rest, just in case it's get knocked or something like that, so we don't lose the rest.
Have it, Rick.
26. The strength check.
You go to hold them down. The tentacle part really resists. In fact, it wraps up around your arm and binds your arm, and you can feel like the sucker's like causing welts on your skin as it wraps around your arm. You hold them down and you hold them firmly, and the head starts to thrash. You manage to get a knee onto an arm, your knee onto the other arm, and they are pinned, and then these tentacles then re-wrap around you and try and prise you away. You manage to hold the head steady, and it vibrates in your hands, and you crack the jaw open and hold it wide. The eyes are wild.
What's in?
I don't know what you are. I don't know what you're doing to my friend. It's time you fucked off. When I pour the the dose into his mouth. And
Tries
I
to
pin-
bubble it up.
and then I pinch his nose and
Yeah.
shut his mouth.
Yeah, with Rook's help, you manage to get that jaw shut and close. And there's a moment of struggle, and a little runs down the side of this frail face. And then there's a convulsing Rook, so strong that it even throws you away. And you are both like kind of chucked away from this bed. You tumble to the floor, but you get your bearings up on your feet already. I'm guessing probably weapon drawn work here, maybe. I'm not sure.
But I'm not going to bring out the hammer.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to bring out the axe instead.
Yeah. You have the axe. And there's a convulsing and a changing. And you notice that these tentacles begin to shrink. They wither like a root or a plant like dying and shrink back, and then the fingers separate and turn into 5 fingers that are like straining against these ropes. You notice that the skin then becomes more plump and firm against the skin. You see muscle form where there was no just frail, thin arms before. You see the eye sockets become less sunken and less black, and they refill. And cheeks that were sullen and sunken and shaded now come to be full and rosy and healthy. And the grey beard turns from white to black, and the hair, where it was balding on the top, becomes this beautiful mane of blonde hair that kind of cascades down this person's back. The ribs become less exposed, and more meat is put upon the bones. And then there's stillness. Quiet. Then the biggest intake of breath you've heard any set of lungs take. It's a breath in for what seems like eternity. And then they begin to choke.
Oh, rush over, like literally, like smack them on the back, roll them onto the side, covering position.
Yeah, as you do so, you see that their nose has begun to bleed. And bleed and bleed and bleed. And you see a swelling on the side of their face. Like on the side of their nose. Here, Arden.
Okay. I look closer at the swelling. Is it what I think it is?
You can peer into the nostril and you see a glint of pink.
I grab out of my thieves' tool set what I would use to like jimmy a lock. I'm sorry, my friend, this is gonna hurt. I'm gonna kind of shove it up and jimmy it out.
Yeah, you jimmy out this piece of crystal, small shards
Just
from
catch
it.
it in a hanky and
As the
try and
smaller
wrap it up as
shards fall away and kind of bleed out in this mass of blood down their face, you see the smaller shards travel almost like magnetically towards the larger one, and they form into the larger piece, molding into it seamlessly, so it seems like one complete crystal. I'm not talking about like crystal when you get a collection of crystals. It absorbs the smaller pieces.
I grab it and I wrap it up immediately and put it with
You
the
get
others.
that ever cold feeling from it. Arden?
Oh well.
Arden?
Welcome back, old friend.
Arden, my boy,
It's been
my
a while.
boy. He just reaches forward and he embraces you and holds you so tight, Arden. He presses his chest to yours, and you feel that well-trained, toned muscle that you know of a monk's form against yours. He looks over and sees Maruk. Master Maruk, you're here as well?
Of course I
Every
am.
time. I'm I'm young again. I'm
You
I am lost for words. I am. Where have I been?
here the entire time.
I don't remember much. You left. Find the flask. Is that it?
Yeah. Well, in short, yes.
May I look?
Insight check.
Yeah, go for it. You're gonna have to make this one.
18.
Genuine curiosity.
Take it out. Alaviska had it. Or at least a shade of Alaviska.
There are books. Speaking of this, and its power.
You're the third time we've used it.
Such a thing. I never thought I'd hold something quite so ancient.
First used it on Rook, rid him of his curse. Second on a traveller we've picked up along the way that was imprisoned, corrupted. Not so unsimilar to yourself, but by a different cause.
Oh.
And then yourself.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Whatever madness had consumed me was all-consuming. I remember flashes of sobriety, flashes of memory where fury and anger subsumed me. I fought it. I did not want it. I did not relish the gift that it was offering. It promised so many things. I believe I was fortified by our training, sir. Our training helped.
Oh,
I think that's why it took so long.
I don't think we... As amazing as this artifact is, I don't have enough to take back to Zimrika. We can't save them all, if any.
No. fear they may have been too far gone as it was. Lost. So many of us lost.
Oh,
Yes.
when we were in Mayrin, we captured a cultist. They call themselves the Maw. Take out the coin. We saw them below in Zimrica, or below Zimrica. They had some kind of shrine. To this day, I don't know whether it was there before, or it was built before, or built since Zimrica fell. We recovered the crystals from there. But this cultist that we intercepted in Mayrin, I don't think this was a test. When was the last time anybody's heard from any of the other monasteries?
I had been shut off, as you know, since the fall. Since Simrica fell. I have not heard from any and have yet to regain any contact.
I spent years when Zimrica had fallen travelling for us, looking for anyone. I encountered nobody. I left word with the registrars of Mordensal and Hirik Kanzax if any of the Brotherhood should wander through, try and make contact, anything. No one came. No one. For a long time, I felt like they'd abandoned us. But now I start to think. Maybe their fate's no similar than ours.
Speak truthfully. Tell me what you think.
What if Zimrica wasn't the only one? What if they did this to all of them? What if this isn't isolated to Frohast? This cult is much larger than we think. These crystals are capable of awful, terrible things. What if this isn't happening just here on Frohast? What if it's across the entire planet? The other three monasteries, Gregden, Sorthal, Kreen. We need to find a way to contact them. We need to get word out if there's any of us left.
They are warded, as you know. Your journey to Kreen was most difficult, if you remember. I remember you telling me about it. The time you stood on the walls and looked out.
Oh, well, a compatriot of ours that was with us recently. They told me of a story from their mother. They're from the fragments. One of the blood mages.
The blood mages?
Listen, I know what it sounds, but they brought a story that one of the towers had fallen.
No.
Why would they lie?
We would know if the tower had fallen, Arden. It is our sworn duty to do anything to prevent that.
There's no one left. Kreen's gone. Sorthal's gone. Gregden's gone. There's no one there. If the towers have fallen, that could explain the rise in these crystals. The quick spread. The power that it now holds.
There have always been times when there were leaks. There were moments of hesitation within the protections offered by the towers. They don't like to share that to the younger initiates. But it's not always been a perfect solution. If one of the towers is damaged or is fallen, your assumptions would be terrifying.
Which is why we need to contact. We need to find out who else is out there. If it's just you and me, if we're all that's left, well, this world's got a bigger problem. If Green still stands and they're there, then they need help.
And you would go to them, despite being deserted? Left for dead?
If everything that has happened, they might not have had any choice. They might not have been able to. They might not be alive. They might be gone. They might be battling for their lives year upon year. There's too much unknown. We don't have the facts. We don't have contact. Simrica fell years ago. And as far as we're aware, nothing has happened. Nothing has changed to the ordinary lives of these people. Yet. But if those that defend boundaries between this side of the world and the other are compromised, and it won't be long until the people of this world find out. I have the blood of this cultist. There are those within the city that are capable of using such blood to locate them.
Yes.
If we can find them up and down, maybe we can get some more answers.
Indeed. Think that most wise, Arden. I think that would be most wise. The mage, Litiana, she can send messages. Can your wizard not do that?
Nyala can, but I have not shared this information with her as of yet. In fact, this is the first time Rook is hearing of it. As you know, we are bound.
Kind of at the back, just kind of like.
I think that one you can trust, Arden.
Although I know this is a bit sudden, and maybe give some time for your strength to return to you. Maybe you should head north. I remain here in Furhast with my compatriots. We try to find out as much information as we can, and we communicate with you while you travel north to find the others.
To each monastery?
Maybe start in Gregton. They're the closest to us.
Yes. Yes. Near the teeth. Near the teeth. In some time. Long time. But I could go. It would take a long time. The travel will not be easy. You must cross Frohast and then cross the ice bridge through Mordenshall and through the ice bridge.
I'm sure we could probably arrange some kind of transportation with Litiana.
Okay.
I wouldn't expect you to go by foot.
willing to try. If you wish that of me, I should take it as my duty. You saved me. Whatever you wish of me, my life is in your hands.
There are many threads to pull here. We can't do it on our own. I need people like you.
You need allies.
Yes.
This threat could be more vast than we had imagined, or I could possibly ever think. The entire world could be.
We need to be careful with who we share this information with.
Of course.
We can't induce mass panic, and also we cannot allow our enemies to know that we're onto them, that we're coming for them. Rook.
Hmm?
I'm going to tell Nyala all of this.
Hmm?
I'm going to trust this Rayla.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a week, compose ourselves here in the city. I'm going to speak to Kotathnost. Nyala can treaty with Natiana.
What about Zul'jara?
Aljara is welcome to come along.
You just tell her?
I'm not sure Aljara would understand even if I did tell her. But as long as there's a fight, I think Aljara is up for it.
Right away. Sorry.
The next fight is out west, east even. At least that's what I would presume. Once we've located this cultist, then we'll have our heading.
Rook's gonna walk up to kind of like, I'll say face to face to, tummy with Arden.
Yeah.
Look down and kind of know that this is important to you. Know this is your life, your people, your family. We will find them. We will find out what happened. Okay? My hammer is yours until you dismiss it from this moment forward. Kind of offer at his arm.
Take it.
Yeah, that.
Well,
You told me
I
to
don't
jump,
know.
I say how high.
No, you've had your struggles and your troubles, and I promised you. I promised Nyala, I promised you. We will get to the bottom of the destruction and the enslavement of Nyala's people, to the mystery of your family.
My past isn't going anywhere. The information will still be there when we finish with whatever it is we have to do with this. Books don't age. So let's sort it. Sort this, and then we can go off and save Nyala's family or whatever it is she wants us to do, and then.
Why is the world so fragile that we're constantly trying to save it from one thing or another?
Because someone's got to. And unfortunately, that burden is beared to us. So, death do us part, I guess.
Strange choice of words, but yeah, maybe.
Don't know about the rest of you. but I'm awfully hungry.
Yeah, I would presume you are. I will. Trace? Trace?
Comes into the room. Oh, Darvel. Oh, Darvel. You're well again. That is more than fantastic. We've been so worried. I'm sorry for the ropes and chains. That's quite all right. You did what you had to do, Trees, I'm sure. I did. Was that an
Trace?
apology from you, Trees? It was. The only one you probably ever hear. Take it to heart. It was meant. All of you. You as well, Arden. Come. Let's get some pie and gravy.
Indeed. And Trace,
Yes.
thank you. I know this has probably cost you a lot of money in cost in rooms for the last few months, but
It has indeed, but you've saved the city, so I suppose it's worth it. And even have this place. And live you, your friends, and your... Look, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I want to have to say thank you again.
Nangela is safe.
She...
She,
You know?
well, she's resourceful.
Hmm.
A lot
I
more than we
know
give her
she's
credit
safe.
for.
I sent a message to you.
Oh, good. Last I heard, she was heading north.
Oh, yes. She's been in the desert.
Oh. Well. It's not so much different from being out in the snow.
Heading
Just a
for
desert of
Gargamel
one form
last
or the
I
other.
heard.
Sounds about right for her.
So, to food?
Food.
Yeah. All right. Should we take a break there, folks? Because that was a long bit of stuff.
Yeah,
Sure.
definitely.
Let's take a quick break.
Sorry,
Welcome back, everybody. It's back in Kansas, everyone. Back home territory, home turf, first city. Back with your friends. Toby, go away, please.
Does that mean Nyala is like in double home? Because technically the Babylon is here.
Lapaport, yeah, you're home. It's your home inside of a home, not a home away from home.
Homeception.
Yeah.
You're feeling comfortable. Ray, you start asking questions about how one might make things and how one might construct things, and you are advised to travel to the Amethyst Towers when they are open. Do you take anyone with you to visit? Do you ask any of your friends? Who? Yeah. I'm thinking probably Arden might give you this advice, actually.
I've
Because
got
Arden's...
connections in the towers.
I asked God. The only reason why I asked Brooke was I thought he'd help me carry things.
Is that all I am to you? Is that all I am to you?
I need to
Just a
move a lock
glorified
in metal.
fucking hairy pack mule.
I mean, he's the only reason I asked him into the room was because I thought big strong guy hold down the back.
Yeah.
Is that all I am to you guys? Just
He's just a sexy
furry
beefcake.
muscles.
To
Just
be
furry
fair-
muscles. That's all I am to
to
you
be-
guys.
To be fair, I can do that
Are
with
they
a spell.
Are they wrong?
Yes.
I mean,
I'm so much more than that.
yeah, you are. But at the same time, you're both of those things.
An
You're
emotional
more
beefcake.
and that.
I'm very damaged, okay? I'm not just a beefcake.
You're a
You've been
package
repaired.
deal.
You've been
You're a
repaired. Got
package
boy on the
deal.
car.
No, damaged.
Yeah, that's messed up. That's well messed up.
Yeah, no potion can fix that.
Oh,
Sorry,
no.
sorry, Ray. We
Sorry,
completely
carry on.
blitzing you out. Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so you're kind of asking around. Arden, you might hear him talking about sort of constructions and making things in the bar as you're having your food, and Ray's asking in his curious manner various people around the bar, maybe even to Ed. Ed's like, oh yeah. There's a nice place you can go. Like, there's a guy who sometimes comes out here. He normally just gets a bottle of wine to take away. He's not much of a socialite. But does like a nice expensive bottle of wine every now and then. Yeah, Gritch, his name?
Gretch.
Cretath
What did you say? Sorry, did you?
His name it's Cretath
Gritath,
Cretath Gretcha Kurtarak.
Pardon.
what he said.
Correct.
Yeah, goblin.
Ray, we actually have some credit at the towers. That
Good.
might be
Because I was
useful
also
for you.
wondering how we could make money. Have a lot of money.
So we do have a line of credit. We currently in pocket. So whatever parts you need, I'm sure we can afford.
It only seems right that you should maybe help the guy because we helped you out because you didn't invite me to your crazy demon party.
Look, Iljara, I'm sorry that you didn't get the opportunity to punch a demon. We didn't mean to go without you. It was an accident.
It was Nyala's fault.
It's like,
Why
you know,
me?
You opened it.
You helped.
You still opened it.
Both of you helped.
Nyala,
Yes.
Nyala, I'm incredibly grateful as if you didn't stumble upon it, I'd have been eaten by a plant.
Yes, that.
exactly,
Every
new friend.
Every cloud, I guess.
No, not talk about clouds, please. Right, so
What,
yeah,
where
actually,
is
Cloud, by the
Mom?
way.
Sorry, there was
Mop.
too many things happening at once there. Ray, Nyala
Where
first.
did
What
you
was your
meet the-
question?
I think we asked both the same question, like where is Mop?
Ray, did you ask where is Mop?
the cloud person.
I pretty much asked what is mop, but yeah.
Mop is the cloud person that we encountered earlier on.
Yeah, just he was asking how we ended up with it.
How did you end up with Mop?
Yes.
How did you end up with a cloud person?
They created a dimensional rift. And Mop
Okay.
was born out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah. You.
It's
Anyway,
Your responsibility.
Arden's got
let's
his little...
look at it as a net gain. You've gained Mop
Yeah.
and the mask of a lich.
Yeah,
What mask?
You haven't really lost anything.
Rook's doing really badly at hiding this thing.
Mask. There's no mask.
The mask.
Do I know about the lich mask? at this
Anyway,
point? I doubt
Arden,
it.
Arden reaches in, he takes out a card which has like all his name and like the store credit and stuff on for the towers. So yes, so let's go shopping.
Okay. Shopping montage. You make your way to the towers. They are tall. There are 3 of them. They make a triangular courtyard in the center, as you saw as you flew above. As you approach, Ray, you can smell the multitude of chemical agents that kind of poof every now and then out of the windows, and you can see clouds of smoke and steam coming from the upper floors, and every now and then like sparks, and you get that if you pull your goggles down to look at this.
I
Maybe
can only do it 3 times a day.
it's a new day.
Yeah, true.
You've slept on the Labapon. I think you maybe would put those on because this is a place that is the place readily glows of magical infusions and magical devices. The kind of story you get told is that this is kind of like an experimental magical, not so much a school, but like a scholarly place, and also sales room as well. You enter to the main corridor, which is a long stretch with a balcony that runs either side of it, sets of stairs that go up at the far end. At the very end of this corridor, which is lined with little benches, and there are wizards in various coloured robes and various states of staining from different spillages and stuff, and dust and soot and all kinds of different things. There is a window, and inside that window you can see, counting coin, a goblin. Elongated fingers, elongated ears, and a long nose, and silently kind of counting to themselves, absorbed as they're moving coins from one part to another.
Is this Cretathnas?
Yes, it is.
Yep. Right. A little bit of advice. Cretathnas values manners, astuteness, and not beating around the bush. He's a nice guy. He's a very nice guy. I get along with him.
What, Pete?
Behave, Pete. Jesus Christ.
I don't understand.
Yeah, it's probably best not we get into that, shall we? Let's
I
not.
was actually genuinely confused. But,
Okay.
I'm
genuinely
you approach
confused.
you approach the window with the bars, and doesn't look up.
Also, while we're here, just a quick note before we go in. Niala's, I don't want to say it. Niala's friend, Ed, back at the bar.
Yeah.
You might have noticed he only has one eye.
Son. I could. Yes.
Yeah.
I was working on that. I can build him a new one.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Maybe you could come up with some kind of, I don't know, prosthetic.
How long do you need it for?
Well, I was.
The length of his normal arm.
How long do I have?
Oh, sorry.
Oh well, just like we're going to be here for a little while, yeah. So plenty of time.
Okay, Pete. What's your opinion on making magic items?
I think with Gretchen's help, most things can be achieved.
Because one of his infusions is literally prosthetic limb. The magic item that makes an arm. Cool.
You will have enough equipment if you can suitably speak to Gretchen.
I took the infusions of the different mechanical pieces to just do flavor wise.
I think the thing is, because it's one of your infusions that you can make, you have the knowledge on how to make
them
it.
at a time.
Exactly, and other. So
I can make one in like 10 minutes, but if I want to make it permanent, it's going to take me a lot longer.
So for something to be separate, that doesn't one of your infusions, that would take extra effort.
Well, how about this? Since it's an infusion, it can serve as a plan for the permanent one.
Yeah.
To be built around.
Anyway, do you want me to make the introductions?
You could. I'm not good.
Okay. Neither am I. I just.
Oh.
I kind of. Oh, it's bars. I'm gonna go and knock, but I was like, how do you knock? Can't knock on. Yeah.
There's a frown. The coins are knocked over. Hands placed on the desk. The eyes rise up And then the view softens. Van Arden. Sir Van Arden. Most
Protagonist.
marvellous to see you.
Yes, it's been a while.
Indeed. Been away for a while.
We certainly have, and I must say we were successful.
I can bear witness to that. The walls are still standing. There are
Still
not
standing,
hordes of undead crawling through the streets. Tell
Yes.
me.
Dead? You guys have been busy.
Yeah, we've been through a lot. Oh yes, sorry. This is a compatriot of ours that we have met on our journeys.
Right.
Ray Lion Shapar,
Charmed.
Right.
protagonist. Gretchen Katurak.
Nice to meet you, Gratasna. I've heard from Van Arden you're the kind of person to go to when it comes to mechanical things and magic.
Magical items are a certain passion of mine, yes.
I'm trying to build a thing. Well, multiple things.
Indeed.
And I have a list. Could you be of help? Or I hope you could be of help. Please.
I can. Are we including Mr. Enshapar upon your
Well, I'm
account?
building them sort of for him.
Well,
sort of not.
it kind of is and it isn't. But I was hoping to use some of our credit.
I pull up
And
the
also,
goggles
I
now,
have
because they'll
something
probably have
that you.
fisheye lens.
And I also have bought something along with me that you might find of interest.
Show me immediately. What do you have? Where have you been? Naughty, not letting me know straight away. What is it you have, little hiding in your pocket?
Look.
I've-
I said before, way back when we had our first chats, that if I came across of anything of interest that I thought you might like, well, I have something now. So,
Show me,
look
Sir
for
Van
me.
Arden.
maybe we can attend to my friend's needs first, and then,
Oh, don't tease.
well, you
I
know
also
how
have
it
something
is.
cool to show you if this helps.
Business before pleasure.
What is it you need, Mr. Enshapar?
A lot of what a time to stutter. A gemstone worth about 100 gold, various amounts of metal pieces, and enough copper and wire to build about 5 limbs. I want to build you could say a monster?
Automaton.
You haven't seen what I want to build. And I pull out the blueprint of basically the cat beast from 9.
Building a monster cat robot beast. Yes. And 5 limbs?
Gems. Well, I need to build a prosthetic limb for a friend of his and the parts of the cat monster.
For whom?
Ed.
Ed of the prosthetic limb.
I heard he's missing an arm. Thought I'd
Yes,
build
he
him a new
is.
one.
Yes, he is. He likes to remind people sometimes of how he lost it to Master Maruk.
Everybody has a claim to fame.
Well, Master Maruk's Rook Brew has proven quite popular. I've heard of it myself.
I've put
I've done the list.
gemstone worth
Sorry?
a gemstone worth 100 gold. I want
It's
to build
on
a
the
heart.
list already, yes.
No worries. Thank you.
I shall send it to
Sorry.
my
No.
associates, and they shall gather the pieces. Now, come on.
How much do you think
Lou?
that would set us back in credit? Yes.
On the Discord, under art, I've put the picture of the thing I'm trying to build.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Go see them, they're funny.
Oh, fucking hell. I see what you mean. That
I
looks like
forget-
some kind of Resident Evil shit if it had flesh.
If
Yeah.
you
It's
haven't seen
basically
that
the
film,
cat
guys,
beast
9
from
is
9.
wicked. If you can find a copy, I think it's on Netflix. 9. Have you got Netflix? It's really
Yeah,
good.
I've got never heard of it, but yeah, I'll have a look.
It's very cool. It's only like an hour long, isn't it? The short is like 10 minutes, and then or half an hour or something, and then the full one's like 40 minutes, or an hour and a half maybe.
You're crashing on my end, Pete.
I think what we'll do is we'll call it. What is it you have that you show me? I'm too. Is it something we could do as a? Oh, Christ, George.
Well, I was.
Oh,
Luke,
I
I put the one from the movie on the art thing.
Let's have a look. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
Basically, a giant mechanical cat that just looks terrible.
we have so many cats.
That looks horrifying. Right. Yeah, let's
Have
get
you not
that and
noticed?
introduce
Have
it
you
to
not
Godfrey.
noticed the theme
Um,
with his
Yeah.
So,
giant mechanical spiders and
hold on.
X machine?
Yes,
Language,
so
sorry.
the item, bear with me. I'm just going to look up the actual stat sheet
I-
for it.
I could also show him something of mine that I've come across. If this
So,
helps.
I reach in, I take out the amulet of chromatic conversion.
And what do you think of Arden? I like Arden.
Oh yeah, you got a load of random items from my weird card deck, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. So I'm just looking up.
I got it behind me. You want me to get it?
Yeah, it's just so also I know what it is. It's been a while since I've looked at it, and I just thought I'm carrying this thing around.
Can I ask Arden a question?
Can't find it. Don't know what I've done with it.
It's all right. I got it.
I'll just leave it to you because I'm looking in the Discord now and I can't find it.
Arden,
Yes.
does showing him magic items help?
It's not so much about the showing of them and more about the selling of them.
Oh,
So unless you want to lose it, I'd suggest not showing it.
Amulet of chromatic inversion. When this amulet comes in contact with creatures of item, all the colors of that creature or item are replaced by their contemporary colors, such as the color black becomes white, red becomes cyan, green becomes magenta, and blue becomes yellow, and all shades of these colors become their corresponding complementary shade.
Yeah, so it's like a fashion necklace.
what do you think of Rayla? I'll put a
Sorry?
picture of him in the. What do you think of Rayla? I'll put a picture
Oh,
of him in the art
I
thing.
haven't looked at that one.
I'll have a look in a minute. Yeah, he takes the amulet from you if you pass it to him, Martin.
So yeah, it's a nifty bit of wear. It's very fashionable. Probably might do well with some of your more aristocratic clients.
Oh. Oh. He touches it and changes color. Oh.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, I see. What a silly little thing. What a funny little item.
Yes. Well,
He changes back to green.
it is a rather unique charm that I have seen that I have not come across myself before.
And puts into a bag. This payment for the items requested by Mr. Enchapar.
Yes, and
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 thank you.
come on now, Cartathnas. I
Genuinely,
know it's
you-
been a few months, but don't rob me blind here.
It changes things colors. You want metals. $250 gold. $300
$275,
on
and you have a
credit.
deal. 300 on credit. Deal.
Will be added to your account.
Thank you.
I know just the person. Yes.
Yes, I thought your clientele might enjoy it.
I know several Dragonborn that might find this fun.
Well, they do get a bit.
Would it change their breath weapon?
The color of it, maybe. I
Uh-huh.
know some of them can be a little sensitive about their coloration compared to others, so
It's not that. It's exciting to be the other one.
well. While we're on the subject of Dragonborn, Rayla, have you ever been to Norn?
I don't think I have.
Athnas, have you been to Norn?
In my younger days, yes. Charming place. Sure.
Didn't enjoy it that much?
The Dragonborn of Norn can be obtuse.
Understand?
I think that might be the best way to describe them.
I take out the insignia of the royal Dragonborn whose frozen heart I have in my possession. And what could you tell us about this?
Well, I
Useful
can tell you
information.
quite a lot. Interesting things are afoot about this.
Oh, really?
It was rather a kerfuffle.
Oh, do tell.
You know the stories of the sleeping king in Mornsell. That when many years ago, that the king has been laid in state, and his son had taken the helm of running Mornsell. And things had,
Prince.
yes.
Go
Well,
on.
the king has awoken. The king is ruling Rohast once more, not the Prince Regent.
Tustin Fenric.
Huston sits upon his throne and is trying to pull the strangled threads of his kingdom back together.
I thought Tustin Fenric was the prince.
Harbold Fenric. Sorry, Harbold sits upon the throne.
Arbold.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Tustin
yeah.
is the son. Sorry, that's my fault.
That's right.
And to celebrate it would seem they had a get-together in the royal palace ballroom. And at that get-together, all were invited. The royal teleportation circle was brought out. Even Litiana to assist. Brought people from here, there, and everywhere, including Norn,
Mm-hmm.
some of the royal house,
Yes.
including folks from the reformist island of Heptar.
I do not know about this. Haptar.
Heptar Island. The reformist prison. Sorry, did I say prison? Workhouse. It's a prison in all but one way, that it is ruled by many holy houses.
And is it this controlled by the Norn?
No. It is not.
But it's off the western coast of Norn.
No. It's off the eastern coast of Greg.
So what has this got to do with the Norn?
Well, it turns out that this prince, Jakan Norn, was not all that he seems. It turns out that he was much like... He beckons you to come closer, Arden. What Darvel was beginning. And what's worse, it wasn't just him.
Do you mean to tell me that they're using this island rehabilitation prison as a place to contain those that are infected by the crystals?
He came from north, from the east of Frohas. The other creatures that were not what they seemed were Mern Hammurad, High Lord of Heptar, and a nobleman's wife, unnamed as such, but that nobleman a resident in Drosk. And you know what they say about Drosk.
All money flows to Drosk.
Indeed.
Thank you.
They, all three, to protect the King Harbald Fenric, were slain by a group of heroes. One of them being a white dragonborn themselves. What do you make of that? If the rumor little birds tweeting in my ears speak the truth.
That's certainly interesting. What of news of Dustin Henrik?
Ah! No, Tustin was not in attendance. Tustin has not been seen.
Tustin is dead.
What?
Tustin is dead.
How could you possibly know?
Because we killed him.
I'm
Not
sorry.
me.
I'm sorry.
There was no lich. It was Tustin Fenric. He was raising an army of the dead to destroy Kakanzax and all of Furhast to get his father's attention. Daddy issues.
I'm sorry. The failed mage Litiana threw out of her school of training.
Yep.
Oh, well, now. I'm so glad you didn't ask me to pay for that information. That would have been worth quite a lot.
Yes, well,
Do you have
it's
any?
nice to keep you on side, is it not, Katathnist, and have friends offering information. You tell me about the Norn, I tell you about Tustin.
Fascinating. Fascinating. Well, I'll tell you another little tidbit then. You've been so willing and so naughty keeping that thing from me. I met them.
You met who?
The heroes.
Oh. Anything that could help us?
They seemed like good souls.
Well, it's nice to know we're not the only ones fighting the good fight.
The Dragonborn was just as I had expected.
Obtuse?
Yes.
We may have to pay the Norn a visit at some point.
Hmm.
Any kind of advice for dealing with Norn dignitary?
Try not to get pissed off by them. It is very, very difficult. They are most frustratingly arrogant.
I know the type. Well, it was lovely catching up with you, Kratathnist. Thank you very much for your time. Should I need anything else, I will certainly come knocking on your door.
You are well in credit at the towers at the moment.
Thank you, Gurtat.
Your
Thank you,
stuff,
Gurtatnas. That helped.
I will make sure. Where are you staying with Treese, I assume?
Yes, for the
And-
time being.
How is Darvel?
Much better.
You
We
found it
have.
then.
Would you like to have a look? And just a look. Nothing
Just a
more.
peek. Just a peek. Show it. That's enough. Put it away. Don't tempt me with your trinkets.
I did not have use for it. It would be on offer, but sadly, it is far too priceless.
I have heard things about it.
Rayla, is there anything else that you would like to ask Katathnas before we go and collect your parts?
Don't believe so.
Very well. It was an absolute pleasure meeting you.
I
and
would like to say
serving-
thank you for your help.
Not a trouble. And Seven Arden.
If
My
I come
doors
across
are-
anything useful, I'll bring it over.
Of course. Seven Arden. My door is
Fair enough.
always open.
I'll bring back a bottle of that wine that you like the next time I'm by.
Oh. Fantastic.
Have a good day. I'll let you return to your counting of coin.
I'd nearly forgotten.
On the way,
Good day.
on the way, on the way back, I turn towards Arden and say thank you for that. I'm terrible at meeting new people. Present company aside.
Well, Protethnost has a very particular
think we met the
personality.
I
Once
think we
you're
met. I think we met under different circumstances than normal.
Well, yeah, well, yes, obviously, demons and fighting. But the best thing to keep in mind when dealing with Kratathnost, everything is transactional.
So what do you think I owe him for the?
You don't. We've covered that. We will now
Hey.
go and collect. However, keep in mind, when dealing with Kratathnost, make sure that it's not overtly business. That's where the being polite comes in. If
How did
you're-
I do?
Yeah, well, you've got to keep the light chit chat and the I don't want to
I
say the
felt
word
like I was
teasing. I
just
feel like
standing
that's the
there.
wrong word, but keeping things like wetting his beak a little.
Again, he shows you the blueprint. So what do you think?
I think it's horrifying, but it will definitely be useful.
It should be about as tall as Nyala,
Oh God, not another one.
but you know, horrifying. Look, if I
So-
get attacked by something again, I'd rather have one of these.
Uh,
Plus,
It's your metal.
whatever I can think
pet.
of to do with the heart.
The heart.
Oh, did you not rip the gemstone? It's going to be the heart,
Oh, right.
like a core.
I see. Well, look, here's the slip. The second tower is the one where I believe you'll collect all the metallurgical supplies that you'll need.
And you make your way around, and gradually there is a
Try and find a
small
wheelbarrow.
a sled being loaded up, and they've even loaned you a dog and sled to transport the stuff back to wherever you wish to do it. Rook, you're in the bar wetting your whistle with the regulars and the non-regulars and the people that drift through. You hear from behind you the biggest laugh burst forth, bellowing forth joyous laughter behind your back, and Morook! Morook!
I dare look behind.
You should. You jolly well should. Morook. Morook, come on. Bring it in.
Hello.
You spin round. It's Lucas, arms wide.
Lucas.
What's this? You can't reach. Pick him up and just.
He's like slamming that in your back so hard. Oh my good goddess. Bloody marvellous to see you, Moruk. Look
Oh,
at
yeah.
you. You look like 10 years younger.
Maybe try 20 or 30, maybe.
Getting away did you good.
Oh, you could say that. I look less, grey now.
I didn't know fighting dragons did so well for you.
Well, you know me. Can't help but swing at things. It's not good for the soul.
It's amazing to see you. And the rest?
Nyala's is here. Arden somewhere. Picked up 2 strays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can't help but pick up strays, apparently. They're
In your nature. It's in your nature.
not mine. Theirs, yes, but
Sure.
not mine. Yes, but you... you and me have a different relationship.
It's beneficial.
Exactly.
Beneficial.
Exactly. You tell me the benefits of picking up a giant fucking cloud.
A what?
Yeah, exactly.
Talking of benefit. Hands out a coin purse to you.
What's this?
Share?
You mean my share?
Share. Your share.
Okay. Go on, how much?
I'm going to roll it now. $220 gold pieces.
Fucking hell.
Bloody fuck.
People have been buying Rook Brew. It's going out of business. I've had to hire a staff. And that's profit.
Hell. You must be doing well for yourself.
We've been shipping it to
Hirings.
Northern and further
Wow.
up Southgate. Further. People. Ed asked me for some to
Yeah.
soak some wood in to
Mm.
build a barrel to make a beer. They sell that here.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
It's, I can't thank you enough. My life has completely changed.
It's you don't need to thank me. It's just happy to help.
3 carts. 3 carts in the
3
town.
carts.
3.
Damn.
I barely had 1 before. Do you remember? The wheel was all wonky.
Oh yeah, 3 cart. Lucas, that's amazing. No, come on. Sit. Join me. Tell me everything that's been going on.
And he sits down. He details how they've hired out the ground floor of one of the buildings that was devastated by the dragon attack. It was hollowed out and ruined, and they've done the work. There's been some dwarven masons down to kind of help rebuild it and remanufacture it and kit out the bottom level. He's got some offices above. He's actually living in one of the sort of penthouse parts of the warehouse, and he's gradually kind of kitting it out. And him and his family are living there. His two boys and his wife, and yeah, it's he tells you of a life completely reformed by just that brief moment of interaction with you that he had.
I'll tell you what. I've got something for your boys. And I know you may protest, but if you protest, I will kick your ass, and you know I will.
So there's no heart and there's no point then, really, is what you're saying?
No.
They're getting something.
Kind of reach into Rook's kind of pocket pouchy thing.
Yeah.
And he's going to pull out 2 of the dragon teeth that he got from the very first cave.
Mm-hmm.
He'll pull out two of the dragon teeth. Here, these 2 your boys. And tell them whenever they feel scared, or they feel lonely, or they feel anything negative, look at these. Remember that I will always be with them. I will always be there for them. And I will always be their friend.
I don't know where they forged your heart, Rook. One of the heavens, I reckon. Thank you.
Of course. Lucas, you're one of my dearest friends. Other than Arden and Nyala, you are basically family.
Of course, family's always first.
Exactly. You are a close third. Never forget.
I'm honoured by your companionship greatly. Rook.
In fact, you know what? It would be foolish to ask you to give them those. Let's go see them.
All right. Rook cast ale first, though.
Oh, of course. I knew that. This businessman. I'm joking. Got it.
And that, I think, is where we're going to finish our
Oh.
game this evening, folks, on that beautiful, happy note.
Can I bring you one thing?
You can. Before we go.
Okay. Because Nyala is at the back at the moment, in the kitchen. And she's waiting on Trees to come. Does she come and go often?
I think Therese finishes upstairs. She's at the bar and she bustles out the back at some point with like a list of orders on her hand.
Okay.
Madam Nyala,
Yes.
are you working? Why are you this side?
Therese, I have a favor to ask you.
I suppose one more to the list won't hurt.
One that has to be kept quiet.
I can keep a secret. Known to do so under torture. That is beside the point.
Yeah. The column hurts quite hard, to be honest. I still feel it. No, but could you perhaps, knowing your link to Luciana, make me urgently meet her? It has been a couple of weeks now that something bad is going on with myself. And I need expressly to see her, to examine me, because something is going on and it's bad, because it is affecting myself and my magic.
My dear. Nyala.
Oh,
You've returned to us.
when did you come?
Just now.
I guess there's no place for pretending now. I am in pain.
I see it.
Can you help? Please?
I don't know. And she lifts her arms that are kind of draped with the gossamer fabrics of her Zeri dress. She puts an arm round you, and you blink, vanish out of the axe tongue. And that is where we shall end our game. But
Nice to be back in Kansas.
it's home, y'all. We're home away from home.
Ooh.
Right, let's stop that there.